Hey everyone, Nico here from KoboPatch Web UI. First, I want to say a big thank you for all the excellent reception of the last two videos. I've been really happy with people's comments and appreciation. It's nice to see something that I just built on a whim is being appreciated by many people. I've been working on some updates for KoboPatch Web UI, and I'd like to show you some of these before they go live. You can actually try them out today. There's a preview version of the website that's always available, or most of the time. That is a little bit ahead of what's live for everybody. So if you want to check this out, check the link in the description, and you can try this out and give me feedback. So let's get started. I'm going to connect my device. As always, we just select the device. We say, yes, I would like to edit the files. And you'll see our first change here. Serial number is obfuscated. If you press the reveal button, it'll get shown, but obviously this is an extra thing for people who might be using screencasts or showing something like me demoing this website. I don't really want to share my serial number with everybody, so it's hidden. You probably also don't need it because those first few digits are all you need to know to identify the model number, and that's kind of what I'm trying to convey with this screen. Okay, let's move on. So if you go to this screen, first thing you might notice is that it says you can now optionally install CoreReader and NickelClock. Yes, and that's where our first update comes in. If we go to the Install with Preset screen, a bunch of things have changed here. In particular, we now have little collapsible sections, so you can quickly get to what you would like to change. And by default, it shows you these three sections. Interface tweaks are the same as always, but you have this little button here that you can click to customize what the little icon is going to look like in your tab bar. So you can pick your favorite little icon from this list, or you can upload an image yourself. So if you have a fun little icon that you might think would work, like a cute dog or cat drawing, maybe as an SVG picture or maybe as a PNG, it doesn't really matter. You can pick whatever. And maybe you have a tab. Maybe you'd like your name, right? Maybe my name is Nico, right? So maybe I want Nico and a little moon. We can hit save, and then that will be saved, and that will be used for the little menu that you can pop open, which is cool. So that's new. You'll see Cadmus is new. Cadmus is another ebook reader. It's based on Plato, which is another alternative reader. It's pretty nice. Both of these are totally valid options. I just like using the built-in reader, but I know people like options, so there you go. Also new is enable better typography. This is something that wasn't automatically enabled, and there was like a separate item in the menu called, what was it again? Toggle typography? No, it wasn't typography. It was, well, anyway, there was two options in the menu before that you could use to see, legibility, that was it, right? Toggle legibility. You could tap that, and then that would switch you between these two modes. There's really no reason to not turn that on by default, so that's turned on. When you select this item, and by the way, when you select any of these, you will get an item in the menu that you can click that will actually undo them. It will restart your device, and then it will undo the change for you. So you can toggle between both states as you desire. So you're not locked into needing to go to this website in order to just go back to, you know, let's say, oh, I want my tabs to return to what they used to. Let's say you have a Kobo Libra color and you want your notebooks to reappear. Well, you can just undo the changes to the tabs. And then if you want the more simplified navigation back, you can just click the navigation item in NickelMenu again. So you don't need to always use the website, which is very convenient. And then this one is cool too. Under advanced, NickelClock. This was requested by a couple of you who were like, oh, I would like to be able to install NickelClock, or I would like to be able to see what the time is when I'm reading. That's what NickelClock does. And another addition is Sideload Mode. So if you actually factory reset your device, it will prompt you to connect to a Wi-Fi network, and you need to sign into your Kobo account. You don't necessarily need to do that. There's a sideloading feature that is kind of hidden. You need to like connect your device while it's in the... After you've chosen a language and you factory reset, you can actually plug in your device instead of connecting to Wi-Fi. And then you have to go to a config file to enable sideload mode. So what you can do is you can reset your device, plug it in here, and then KoboPatch Web UI will say, hey, you're not signed in to your account. You should probably enable sideload mode. And if you click this on, what's going to happen is it's going to actually turn on sideload mode, so you don't have to sign in. Now, evidently, that means you can't sync your books, you can't download books that you purchased. It's just for sideloading. So if you have books from a different source, like Project Gutenberg, for example, you downloaded like 100 historical books, you can just put them on there, and that's the only use for your device, then that's great, you can use this, right? Some of the options that were not particularly special have been retained under Legacy, so the sample screensaver and the option that prevents books from being in the caliber folder from being detected are hidden under this Legacy option. The rest of the wizard is effectively the same, like this, except it looks a little nicer. So let me show you what we're talking about here. So this is what it looks like. Boom. It's also slightly faster, I found. Okay. And then this is the instruction on how to eject it. There's something else I want to show you. So I'm going to go to Kobo eReader. There's something I've added to this entire process, which is I now write log files. So they're in KoboPatch Web UI here. And you can check them out here. There's logs. I've run it a couple of times today. This is the last install. And you can actually look at the log file and it will tell you what's happened. So it will tell you, oh, we've changed a configuration value. We've written files to hidden folders and to fonts, right? That stuff. Another thing that's interesting is there will be a manifest file. This is NickelMenu.json is what it's called. This one actually keeps track of the options that you previously chose and what the effects of those options were. And the version of KoboPatch Web UI is noted here as well, so that in the future, I might be able to read out what the last modifications were and just give you a very easy way to modify them. That's not in the current version, but that's something I want to do in the future as well. And so evidently in the ads folder, I chose my little moon icon. So here it is. So yeah, I should note that also if you are using NickelMenu and you have already configured it some way, there's now a different file that the Web UI writes the preset to. So if you already had some sort of configuration set up, you're actually going to see a little screen in the browser here while you're configuring things. It's going to say, hey, we've seen that there's already a NickelMenu configuration file. Do you want to keep it? And then you will just keep it. Or you can say, oh no, this is actually from a previous version of KoboPatch Web UI, and then it will be removed. So this is sort of like a very easy migration, but if you customized it, for example, you may want to keep that around. So I've done some changes to make this nicer. And so for anyone who's interested in like investigating, if something perhaps went wrong or some files went missing, you can go take a look at the logs to see what happened, so you can install, and also the removal also makes a little log file, so you can check out what's going on there as well. So I think this is generally a little bit safer as well, and overall the app is a little bit cleaner and has a few new options. So I hope you're excited for this. Like I said, this is already available on the preview website, so you can use that. As far as I'm concerned, it's stable, and I will be releasing it for everybody either tomorrow or the day after on the main website. I also have another video in the works that is going to go through the flow with an actual device to demo the installation on a Kobo Clara black and white. And it just goes through the install and shows you how to use NickelClock as well, which is also included. So hope you find that useful and stay tuned for that other video, which is coming at some point over the next few days. Thanks for watching. Bye.